We don't know why people react the way they do. But we are responsible for the way I respond to their actions. So please forgive. When I was in the monastery, I was a junior professed. That means I was in temporary vows. My father finally came to see me. I was shocked. I only saw him 7 times in my whole life. And my abbess came to me and she said, "Your father is here." And I said, "Huh?" She said, "Your father's here and your aunt is with him." I never knew I had an aunt. So I went to the parlor and we had the grate. And he looked at me and he started to cry. He said, "This is your Aunt Mary." And I said, "Hello, Aunt Mary." And he said, "Are you happy?" I said, "Yes." And he cried and cried. And finally he said to me, "Do you need anything?" Well, I was shocked because he never asked me that in my whole life. In fact, alimony was supposed to be $5 a week. And one time he never gave it. I used to go up to that courthouse and it looked like that desk was 10 feet tall. You know, I'd go up there and I'd say, I'm Rita Rizzo, is there any alimony? And she'd say, "No, honey, not today." So finally I saw him. I found out where he worked. I'm like 9, 10 years old. And my mother would not go. So I thought, well, I'll go. So I found out where he worked, and he gave me 50 cents. So I went home and gave it to my mother, and I won't tell you what she said. So then a couple of weeks later, I went to the courthouse in order to get alimony again, and the girl said, "Well, he gave you $5, honey." And I said, "No, he didn't." She said, "I have a receipt here." He put 2 zeros after the 50 cents. I never went back again. So when he said, "Do you need anything?" I almost dropped dead. I said, "Yeah, my father was in dry cleaning business and tailor." And I said, "I need some reminisces. You know, it used to be a cleaning fluid. I don't know if you have it anymore." And so about a week later, he came back. And he had this can in his hand. And he looked at me and he said, "I'm sorry." He said, "Tell your mother I'm sorry." Well, that taught me a lesson. Say I had never seen him again, or say he had never come to the monastery to see me, I would have never known he was sorry, see? If I'd have hated him, I would have been so wrong in the eyes of God because he was sorry, see? So we all have, we all have our problems, huh? And some are very hard at the time, but you can bet that there's much good within it.